Anyway, this is more up my alley because it's from 2006. In fact, I was turning 6 in July, so yeah. I might remember more from this. By the way, all of these magazines, including the one that will be upcoming, that's a donation from Leo, that's on its way now, thank you very much, have all been found at car boot sales, surprisingly. Obviously this is a UK magazine, but all of the other ones, well, at least these two anyway, I don't know about Leo's, I haven't got it yet, have been from America. They have been imported over to the UK. And by the way, this one cost £3 or $4.99, $8. Interesting. Now stuff like this makes me nostalgic. The way it's meant to be played in video, I don't even have to look at that tiny ass text to know what it says. Powered by GameSpy as well. Oh yes! Oh, I actually want to give you guys a quick read of this, because I know what it's going to be about. Windows Vista and Xbox 360 snuggle up. Microsoft's E3 conference gave us the first astonishing glimpse of a game being played online between the PC and Xbox 360. Now if you know what this is about those annoying games for Windows Live titles that just didn't work, and the DRM was horrible, and then the service shut down, and then suddenly you can't play your games because you can't connect to the service. Microsoft are now tying together all of their platforms, Windows Vista, Xbox 360, and even Windows mobile phones. Yeah. So you can play elements of cross-platform games on all machines. But the meat of the new Live platform was demonstrated by the Forza team. They mocked up a driving sim on Xbox 360. From there, the user can pass his favorite car's details onto a friend's mobile, who could tweak the car specs on his phone or use his PC to customize the car before taking it back to the 360 and playing. Like, these are such like conceptual things, like who wants this? Also, that just caught my eye, the GTA 4 tattoo from the announcement. Microsoft's plan to create one gaming community where your game attack friends list and achievement scores are retained through all platforms. Games for Windows Live was a piece of shit. And also, it's not, they don't mention it. They mention Live Anywhere. You'll even be able to purchase a Live arcade game and play it on your PC or phone. That never happened. But like, you couldn't buy GTA 4, which was a Games for Windows Live title, and then play on your 360. Like, that just wasn't a thing. Yes. Now these are the computers of my generation. Alienware recommends Windows XP because hell, they're not recommending Vista. Beautiful computers. Like, tacky and over the top, but like, this is what everyone dreamed of. Were they good? Yeah. Were they overpriced? Yes. Were they cool looking? Absolutely. And the themes on Windows XP you got, like, I don't know how much you can zoom in post-processing, but there's even a custom theme applied here. Like, Call of Juarez is a game that I've seen everywhere at one point. Never got to play it though. And again, look, this is literally 10 years apart from the previous magazine, and World of Warcraft is still relevant. And now, over 15 years later, still relevant. Crazy. Even crazier, Spore. The game that I've only played the Alien Creator of, which was like, I think the demo version of the game. And that was the best part of the game from what I've seen online. Apparently it just wasn't very good. Oh, Just Cause. I had Just Cause actually when I was a kid, so like 8, 9 years old. I had it. I loved the game. My dad sold it though because he said the graphics are ugly. And to be fair, the graphics are terrible. It really reminds me of the original Test Drive Unlimited with this weird bloom everywhere. And obviously the whole like island setting. But yeah, I enjoyed the game when I was a kid. 3 gigahertz. I don't know, was that a good processor? You wanted to go for a Pentium 4 at that point, didn't you? Although it's 2006, did Core 2 Duo come out at that point? 1 gig of RAM, fair play. 250 gigs SATA drive, again, fair play. I didn't really have anything SATA until I got my first laptop in 2008, so GeForce 7900 GS? Probably a good card. I don't know. Ah, yes, there's the Core 2 Duo, although it's just called Core Duo. Oh, only 80 gig hard drive, boo, gotta go for the desktop tower. 17-inch, Jesus, that's huge. Display. Now, Christ knows what that is. I'll have to Google that. Well, I love the fact that they were doing like reader's desks, like what Linus does when he runs out of content. Send us a picture of your desk and we'll roast it. Oh, and this is really cool actually. Like, people take screenshots, like cool things in games, and then the winner gets a graphics card and a motherboard. If they don't have the CPU for the motherboard, rip. Oh my god, Tesco. The episode 1 preview, so you guys can pause it, give it a read. I still haven't finished the original Half-Life 2 yet, so I haven't played episode 1. This is interesting as well. The future of gaming is here, including a 1 gigabyte flash drive for £18. For £18, you could probably get a 256 gig flash drive, I want to say. So yes, it's crazy how expensive flash storage was at that point. A 500 gig hard drive for 200 quid. Now my 8TB, I think, yeah, 8TB hard drive that I've got, I paid 200 quid for. That's a lie, I actually paid less because it was on sale. I think I paid 130. A geophysics accelerator card. It wasn't even spelled PhysX like Nvidia renamed it. This is the original physics, apparently. Yeah, I was actually watching a video on that today, just when I woke up, because it was just there in my recommendations. I think it was $300 in the US from memory. Extremely expensive. It was the price of a graphics card just to do glass shatters when you shoot it, effects, and then obviously Nvidia bought it out, and then physics became a CUDA thing, but it was an absolute performance hog. Looks like an interesting game. That might be another one to add to the list of games from the magazine I want to play at some point. Of course, antivirus ads, naturally. Colin McRae Rally 04, I'm mad. Yeah, that's a steal of a deal. Great game. And it wouldn't be the 2000s if you didn't have like an elf lady that's half naked. What the heck's this? Half-Life 2 mod. Oh, that's cool. So they were even reviewing mods at that point. Well, they're even showing you how to like build levels in Quake. So you can make your own like mods and custom levels and stuff. That's really quite cool. Oh, there's my baby, Aurora 5500. What a gorgeous, gorgeous case. This computer, which looks like a home media PC. However, the company started to produce complete media center systems a couple of years ago. I have probably heard of this company. I probably watched a YouTube video about their home media PCs, because it does ring a bell. That looks like such an uncomfortable pair of headphones to wear. Best in class, mid-range and budget. Not peripheral components of the time, and peripherals to be fair. Wow, that G7 mouse looks sick. I love that color scheme. Logitech still sells PC speakers like that for actually a similar price, in all fairness. It's CyberPower. Those are very cool. So the steel power, I'm guessing, is referring to the steel cases that they were selling at that point with their pre-builds. Sexy, aren't they? They're really nice. Look at this one, it's even got a screen on it. Right, nearly there now, because my fever is getting worse and I'm getting a bit delirious. So let's have a look at this. A dock for the iPod. It's also very cool looking. It's a JBL. That's a very cool looking dock. Wow. An LCD TV, 37 inches. £1,200. But yeah. Oh god. Oh, Hitman. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that's it for this magazine. And for our final piece of literature, here is the PlayStation Plus magazine. Funnily enough, also from 1996. I didn't know this. Again, like I said before, my friend Leo has donated this to me. Thank you very much, alongside some other cool books they found in charity shops. Apologies for this horrible, horrible shadow. I'm recording this, I would say, late at night. It's only 6 o'clock. Love the winter, eh? I've not opened this yet, so I have no idea what to expect, except for this page, which I have seen. And I don't even know if I can show on YouTube. That's really gnarly, but it's so cool. Now, again, I didn't grow up with the PlayStation 1 because this is before my time. Zero Divide. I have actually seen, I've not seen the game, but have seen the box art. There's a TikTok musician, if you want to call him that. I'm sure he's used that before. And I absolutely love this art style. I'm not going to talk about the game because I don't know anything about the game, but the art style is beautiful. It's like maybe Y2K, maybe just before. Anyway, I'm rambling at this point. It's beautiful, this advert. I didn't know there's a Die Hard trilogy video game. Now this is cool. They were doing mocap and it looks like it's one of those old school mocaps. I think Mortal Kombat, if I can speak, used this as well, where they just do a VHS recording of the like actor doing moves and then they match it up in game. Whoa, win a smart Sony widescreen TV. Yo, that looks like a tiny little unit. Funny story about Worms. I don't know which one I played, whichever one came out in the early 2000s, but I cried playing Worms. I was like, my dad had it when I was about 5 years old, I want to say. And you know how they have those little high-pitched voices? Killing the worms made me cry. Really bad. But he had to uninstall the game. Yeah, it's of that time period, eh? And this is, of course, a UK magazine, not a US one. So we have things like the Amiga mentioned here and the CD32 that just never took off. I mean, I'm saying that right next to the Atari Jaguar, Jaguar, which also didn't take off. But yeah, that's a lot of consoles they had to make games on in the 90s, isn't it? Hey, there you go. I told you guys I'd give you something for the racing fans. No, it really doesn't tell me what game this is. Formula 1. I could have guessed that, and I would be like, yeah, I know this game. Oh, that's a really cool little tidbit from the development. It's the 3D model of one of the Formula 1 cars. And as you can see, there are no wheels because, well, actually, I don't know why. I suppose it's because the wheels are moving while this is static, so it's a separate model. Whoa, look at those abs. Holy macaroni, that is not how a human body looks. Oh my god, it gets worse the more you look. Ah, the need for speed. Oh, interesting. Look at this. So there's two different SCART leads. So the standard composite one is a tenner, and then the RGB one, it even says high quality connection from PlayStation 2 RGB output, 25 quid. Again, I'm quite young, so I didn't know that there's like, I thought that these RGB SCART cables were like a modern thing, but no, even back then you could just buy a crappy SCART cable or a high quality one. It's interesting they called the memory cards a smart card. Now what is this? This intrigues me. US import PlayStation. I know this is an independent magazine that has nothing to do with PlayStation, but it's still a bit strange to see that. And again, it's interesting that there was a community for this. So evidently they sold not only games from a different region, but also the PlayStations themselves. Now, SCART leads, that's interesting because I don't know, in the 90s, were CRTs that were multi-scan common? Or were these PlayStations modified in such a way that output 60 FPS but back down to a 50 Hz signal? Of course! Yeah, how could I possibly forget? Yeah, of course. It's not just about the Hertz being different that would have been a problem. It also would have been the colors, because obviously that we have PAL, they have NTSC. So I guess there would have been a conversion chip. Maybe that's what that... No, I just looked at the viewfinder. That's the Nintendo Ultra 64. Okay, what does that have to do with anything? Step-down transformer and SCART conversion kits. So that's how they did it. Wow, I'm surprised that the power supplies weren't multi-voltage. Achtung, Achtung, das ist Sexyland und Bierbar 3 und Vela Hotel. I love this. This is one of the random pages that I open and it's just like Sega Rally. Except this isn't Sega Rally. I actually have no idea why he's just got the Toyota Celica here. Yeah, I don't know. It's a really cool render. Gex! Gex, baby! These ads aren't particularly interesting other than for the way they look. Like something like this, I could definitely see like in an industrial town somewhere. Like that sort of design just hasn't gone away. But other stuff like this is a very 90s. Interesting again, Nintendo Ultra 64. That means the Nintendo 64 hadn't come out yet, which is correct. They were still using the temporary name, but evidently they wouldn't have had the consoles and games in stock. Ooh. Action replay. That definitely will corrupt your save files in about 6 months after you buy it. I don't really want to ruin this, so let me just do that carefully. Yeah, there you go. That's the full image. Interesting how this is like this weird, like, I don't know if this is canon. I've not seen Alien, I've not played the games, but there's just this like worm looking thing with ball sacks and lady fingers. Yeah,